What's good, guys? The Maaaddenman here, bringing you a Pokemon Wi-Fi battle on Jacob's channel, aka SuperMarioPoke. He had a lot of stuff to do this week, so he asked if I would guest upload for him. Not gonna turn a friend down like that. I know he would do the same for me if I needed it. But this battle is against Chris, one of my friends, TheIxelan. His link will be in the description. I'm going to lead with Buffalon. He's going to lead with a Swampert. He's going to just set up his rocks as I'm going to go for the obvious head charge. Choice Bandit. I love Buffalon. This thing's a beast. If he led with anything else on his team, that would have O-code. But it is a Swampert that does 85%. That's going to allow him to get some damage on me before he dies, and he's going to hit me with an Earthquake, which is going to do not even that much, like 120 HP, and that shows that Buffalon is pretty bulky while also being able to deal out a lot of fucking damage. And he's going to bring in his Machamp. Not going to want to switch, fearing he might be the 3-attack subset, and he is, and I don't really need this Buffalon anymore anyway, because at this HP he doesn't really switch into much. So I'm just going to stay in and head charge his sub. Good thing I did not switch, because he'd have a free sub and I'd be screwed. And I'm going to stay in again. He's going to go for the dynamic punch. That's obviously going to kill me from my HP range, and I'm sure that would probably have O-coded me from full health anyway. I'm not going to try and front or anything, but I really hate Machamp. He's kind of annoying and kind of hacksy, but I'm going to bring in my Scarf-type Dragon. I was thinking about going for a Fire Blast, predicting his Magnezone switch, in which he does. But if he did stay in, and then he was able to Dynamic Punch me, I would look like an idiot, and he would have demolished me in this match. So I have to go for the Draco in that situation. Absolutely have to do that. And it does over half, which is pretty impressive. But because of the drop in my special attack, it's not going to kill him in the second one, so I'm going to be forced to switch here. He's going to set up a light screen on my switch, and I switched into Snorlax, and he's going to predict my Fire Punch now, and he's going to switch out back into his Machamp. And Machamp definitely, or he Volt switches into his Machamp. And I'm going to take that Volt switch really well, because I'm a Snorlax, match special defense. Snorlax is actually really good in this generation. I really like to use him. He's going to go back into his Machamp, and Machamp poses a pretty big problem for my Snorlax, considering one Dynamic Punch is going to take me out. So I'm going to be forced to switch out here, and I'm hoping he doesn't predict a switch into something, but I'm going to have to take a risk and go into my Gyarados. And if he went for a Stone Edge here and kill my Gyarados, it would have been game. But I go into Gyarados to get the Intimidate boost, and because I wall the Dynamic Punch on the switch, and he gets a crit. So that really sucks. I live with 2 HP somehow, and that really sucked. It kind of ruined my plan there. And now I'm confused, because Dynamic Punch is a pain in the ass. He's going to switch here. I'm not sure what he was really predicting. He's going to go into UMAD, which is his Whimsicott. I'm going to hit myself in confusion because I am completely unlucky, but it doesn't even really matter, I don't think. I'm going to go into my Infernape, whatever it is, Infernape. Stupid name that isn't funny at all. And there's my phone ringing. I'm just going to let it ring during the battle. He's going to go for a Stun Spore, Prankster Stun Spore. That was a pretty good move. I'm a different type of Infernape. I got Taunt and Rocks on this Infernape, and Taunt kind of kills a Whimsicott. So he's going to be forced to switch. He's going to go into his Machamp, and I am going to switch. So we both switched on that turn. I go into Hydreigon here, and he's going to decide to stay in for this Draco Meteor. And I was like, alright, that's cool. I'll kill the Machamp. And he's going to go for a Bullet Punch just to try and get some damage before he dies from the Draco. But unfortunately for me, and unfortunately for him, the Draco doesn't kill, because if he stayed in and decided to go for the Dynamic Punch after the Draco, he would have taken me out. So I got kind of lucky on that. I'm going to go for another Draco, and that should be enough to take the Machamp out. I hate Machamp and that stupid red belt he wears, and I don't even know what those shit is on his head. Oh, and he had a light screen. That's why he survived the Draco. It all makes sense now. He's going to bring in his Landorus. I'm going to switch into my Snorlax, who is again max special defense, max HP, And I'm like, alright, I could take anything this thing is gonna throw. He sets up a rain dance, so I'm like, alright, hurricane, cool. That's not cool, but, you know what I mean. Gonna heal some with the leftovers. He's gonna go hurricane, and watch how much that does to my Snorlax. A lot. And it doesn't look like another one's gonna kill me, but 2 more will probably kill me. And that really sucks for me, because I thought I would take that a lot better than I actually just did. And he's going to go for another hurricane, and I believe if I am smart, I'm going to have to go for the body slam to try and take this thing out or get some damage on it before I die. And do I do that? Yes, I do. I go for the body slam on this thing. This battle happened a really long time ago, so bear with me. And the body slam just misses out on killing. That would have been pretty excellent if the body slam did kill. He's just going to go for the 3rd hurricane, and that is going to take my Snorlax out. He did a decent job, I guess, withering out the turns for the rain and all that jazz. He's going to be pretty low on health right now. I'm going to bring in Hydreigon here, and instead of staying in and going for Draco or something like that, I decide I'm going to switch out and sack my Infernape and let him die to Life Orb, which I think was a better move, because then if I Draco'd, which was I think my highest accuracy move on that Hydreigon, I would have been stuck in, and it is Scarf, so I'd be locked into whatever, and he would have a free switch into something to take that move. So I think that was the best move, sacking my Infernape, and I think it gave me the best chance to win this game. He's going to go into his Magnezone, I'm going to go into Reuniclus, and he's obviously going to predict my Focus Blast, and he's going to go for a Light Screen, because whatever I throw at him, it's now going to do half damage, and I am going to go for the Focus Blast, and that should be enough to take this Magnezone out, even with the Light Screen, because Reuniclus does have a lot of special attack, so it does take it out. I do get a crit. I don't think the crit mattered. I really don't think it did, but if it did, I guess that's a little payback for that Gyarados crit, which really changed the match completely. He's going to go for a Protect on his Latios, so I know now he's not like a Choice Set or anything dumb. He's probably just one of those stupid Calm Mind Dragon Pulse ones, but now he's going to switch out after he sees what I do, and he's going to go into his Whimsicott, and I'm going to go for a Trick on his Whimsicott to give it the Flame Orb, and now he's got a Flame Orb, and I have leftovers, which is pretty good. I'll take the leftovers. He's going to go for Encore. That's going to lock me into Trick, so that is going to force me to switch after this turn, and that really sucks. But he gets his leftovers back. I get my Flame Orb back, so no more leftovers from Reuniclus. He's going to go for a Leech Seed. I don't know if he was just trying to stall me out or something, but I guess I stay in on the Encore, not wanting to switch into my Hydreigon. I did not want to get Thunder Waved, actually, so yeah, that is what I do. He's going to stay in and just do some Leech Seeding, even though he knows it doesn't affect me. He has U-Turn, which is kind of weird. Look how much that does, that super effective U-Turn. Nothing. It does like 3%. And he's going to go back into his Latios as my Encore is going to end. And he played that out pretty nicely so that his Latios wouldn't get the Flame Orb. And I got the Choice Specs, so that was a really good turn for him. That was that worked really well for him. So now I'm not able to burn his Latias. So I'm gonna Trick again, give him his Choice Specs back, and he is going to give me back the leftovers. So now I'm healing, but now that he has Choice Specs, that could have been a bad move, because now the Latios is gonna do a lot of fucking damage with that Dragon Pulse. A lot of damage, and I'm just gonna keep tricking. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, this doesn't even make sense. And I get the Choice Specs back. I'm like retarded. I guess I figured if he didn't have the Choice Specs, maybe he wouldn't kill my Hydreigon, which actually I think is Specs now. That makes sense. It's Specs, because after watching this battle, this Hydreigon gets outsped by the Latios. I thought it was Scarfed the whole time. I remember doing this battle. Thought it was Scarfed the whole time, but I brought the Specs one. We find out right now when he outspeeds me. and takes me out, which is kind of ridiculous because I thought I was scarfed. I thought I would have hit him with the Draco. I thought I was going to win this game, but I turned out to be Specs, and I lose the game. It was a good battle. I think it was a 2-0, but I don't think the Whimsicott really counted because he's a piece of shit and he couldn't do anything anyway. So I'm going to count it as like a 1-0. It was a good battle. I guess Jacob has a lot of stuff to do, so I'm the one posting today. Hope you like the battle. Go check out my channel. It's probably going to be in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.